Kevin, tell me about the rat problem in the Tidewater area.
Rats in Tidewater have become about as big a buzz locally as bed bugs have nationally. And it's very interesting because rats are one of those pests that as they infiltrate people's homes and their business, there's an incredibly emotional response. And nobody wants rats in their house. And the truth of the matter is that rats don't abide by any socioeconomic boundaries. They will infest low-income properties with exactly the same enthusiasm as they will an $8 million mansion on the ocean front. They really don't discriminate against anything. They look for sources of food, water, and harborage. And so as opportunists, and people, we give them thousands of opportunities every day around our houses and around our places of business. But abiding by a few simple rules and ways of prevention and exclusion, it really can control rat population without having to get a professional.
So why is it that it's becoming such a problem in the Tidewater area?
Tidewater has become a ground zero for rat populations, and I would tell you for the past 16 years, of those past 16 years, the first 11 of them were pretty dull. Rats were really not a primary pest for the majority of the pest control companies in Tidewater. Then Isabel hit. And Hurricane Isabel really changed the playing field and unleveled it substantially. And the rats were really in a very favored position at that point. Norway rats, our predominant species in Tidewater, live in sewers. Well, when we had 20 inches of rain in a day and a half, it flooded all the sewers. Things were backed up. Mother Nature just couldn't process that water fast enough, so it forced the rats out of the sewers. Well, guess where they found? Our homes, our businesses, places of worship, you name it. They don't, like I said, they just won't discriminate. And so they've kind of liked it, not living in the sewers. It was kind of nice. Their food was closer. It was certainly a lot better quality food than they were eating dead fish in the sewers and insects. Now they're feeding on filet mignon and eggs and oranges and anything that people throw in their trash and don't protect the trash cans. So the reason it's a bigger problem, Hurricane Isabel really made a big difference in the way that rat populations were able to explode in Tidewater. And they did not, they live in the sewer, but that's not the only place they live now. They live everywhere.
What can be done about these rats?
Look at your property from a rat's eye view. If you're dealing with Norway rats, and you have to pretty much lay on the ground and see what the property line looks like from the ground. And anytime there's a hole that you can fit your thumb through, the tip of your mine's probably, it's fat thumb, but it's probably 3/4 of an inch. If I can fit it into a hole, the rat can make it in there too. The things that people can do to take care of rats on their own is to seal holes and cracks and crevices with permanent materials, concrete and metal. Two best things you can use. Mr. Foam in a can, not a viable solution. They actually prefer that as a nesting material. So even if they're not interested in getting in the hole and they see that big bubble of foam coming around in a pipe, they'll gnaw on that, they take that material back and they make a nest out of it. There's an old wives' tale out there that says that if they use rodent bait and the rat or the mouse even eats it, that they'll go outside to die. And that's one of the biggest myths in the world, because the thing that I hear is, oh my God, I use this rodent bait and now my house stinks like dead rat. Where is he dead? He's supposed to go outside to get water and die. Wherever they're nesting, that's where they die. Rats are not necessarily something that they need to hire a professional for. That when they get to the point that they can't control it on their own, certainly a professional is indicated. And at A Active, we've got a number of guys who specialize in rodent control. It's on our website, which is 123bugfree.com. There's all kinds of information, very useful, very helpful information about how homeowners and business owners can keep their house 123 bug free.